Bradley Van Herbst. I'm the owner of Brides, Bumps, and Babies Photography, and today I'm excited to be kicking off my video blogging series. I'll be bringing you the perspective of a photographer as it relates to weddings and corporate events, to maternity and newborn portraits, and family portraits as well. I'll bring that perspective as the photographer, of course, but the really cool thing is I'll be interviewing a great deal of top pros across all of these industries, and this will be useful for the clients, of course, but also you vendors. Stay tuned as well, because we'll have various tips for you to help grow your business and get better at your craft. So no matter where you are in your life as a client, I'll be here to keep the great information flowing, and please subscribe to the blog, and we'll look forward to having you be a part of the Brides, Bumps, and Babies Photography family. And stay tuned right after this next little edit here, because we're kicking off the first episode, which is all about Brides, Bumps, and Babies Photography in much more depth. Thank you. Hello, it's Bradley Van Herbst. I'm the owner of Brides, Bumps, and Babies Photography. This is the first segment in a series of video blogs that I'll be producing and bringing you some great content. But today we're going to kick off, and I'm just going to talk a little bit about myself so you get to know me, and about Brides, Bumps, and Babies Photography so you know what that's all about as well. I grew up in little old Antioch, Illinois, a little bit close to the Wisconsin border. It was a great place to grow up. Soon after graduating from college, I moved to California and lived in La La Land. Many years in Manhattan Beach area, which was wonderful. I started photography in 2003. I shot my first wedding in 2005. Before that, I had been shooting a lot of scenic gallery work and some cool night photography that I had in some local galleries and our local art fairs, which was great. The neat thing is I've really shot many disciplines of photography that do help me in my weddings, maternity, newborns, and families. For example, with architectural photography, which I've done, that can really help when I'm at a wedding or a corporate event and I'm shooting the room, the ballroom, details, table shots, etc. So that's really been great. I've shot bands at the Viper Room in Hollywood before, and that's a lot of fun. So if there's a great band at a wedding or a corporate event, I've had that type of skill sets, and on down the line. Also, when I was in Los Angeles, I was in film and video production and post-production for a number of years, and it was really cool. I did some account executive work, but I also did many years of producing some pretty major projects for clients such as ESPN, Toyota, Honda, on down the line, and we did a lot of motion graphics and visual effects. And that's important to me because I worked at arguably some of the greatest motion graphics and visual effects studios in the world, and these artists and creative directors were very picky, which they should be, and they were unbelievably creative, and I think along with my innate creativeness and creative eye, it rubbed off on me. So I'm super picky when I shoot, which is good for you, the end client, and I'm really particular in my editorial in the post-production process as well. So that's been a really good blessing as well. But mainly, I really love capturing life's most precious moments for y'all. And again, whether that's the weddings, newborns, maternity, my slogan is photography for life, because after I've shot your wedding, maybe we did newborn portraits, maybe we even did maternity portraits. By then, I've shot 2 to 3 of the most special times in your lives. And gosh, from there, I really aim to be your photographer for the rest of your lives and go from there. My style, let's talk a little bit about my style. I shoot really clean and crisp and light. I do not lacquer post-production effects for the sake of them. I don't have a peachy gold look, sepia look. I don't let the depth of the black areas of the frame get all blown out. I know there's some folks that do that, and I guess it can look pretty. That's definitely not me, though. I can do some of those looks after I nail it with a perfect exposure. As my mentor would say, what's wrong with a great, perfectly exposed color photograph? And once you have that, of course I can do a little pinkish rose tone on a special wedding kiss shot or what have you. And I have delivered multiple variations of one photo for clients when it's like the top 10 moments at a wedding, for example. But I am not comfortable delivering a whole wedding with some lacquered look. So I shoot really clean, and I hope folks appreciate that. The other knack is just having that fifth sense of something's going down and capturing all those fleeting moments that are only going down once. So yeah, I really lean on my technical background. I had a great mentor. Hi, Steve. Thanks for all the help over the years. And so if you can marry good technical know-how with a natural creative eye, that really works for me. But probably the most important thing is, if you're really digging my images, is I lean really heavily on personality. I'm a pretty good guy. I'm funny at times, witty, silly, and gregarious, and easy to get along with. So that's what's super important. If you're a wedding client, if you're doing headshots even, if you're doing maternity, family portraits, you need to be really comfortable. But once you're comfortable in front of my lens, all of those natural, loving, fun, silly, romantic feelings come streaming through my lens, and trust me, it really matters. So finding a good match for your photographer, of course, is the key once you believe and like the style of that photography. So, you know, wedding couples, family, friends, they're going to love me too. If at a wedding there's a 7-year-old or a 4-year-old and he's crying and we need him in the photos, I can talk like Donald Duck. I'm not going to do it for you now. Make him laugh. I get along with everyone from grandma on down to crazy Uncle Joe and what have you. With maternities and families, it kind of is the same way, because with newborn portraits, sometimes the families, the parents are going to jump in front of the camera as well. And so personality is king with me, and that's what I've really grown my business on. So that's a little bit of an overview of me and my business. I look forward to becoming a lot of years photographer for life. So until my next video blog, take care. We'll see you soon.